Greetings, cherished souls. Dr. Vivian here, your guide on Arise and Shine. Welcome back to the show, all our faithful listeners, members of the Arise and Shine community. You are welcome back to our program. Those that are joining us for the first time, welcome, and you are our VIPs. Go ahead and like our podcast. Go ahead, subscribe, share. Today we are delving into a topic that deals with relationships in our fast-paced world. How do we build lasting relationships in the world of today? So join me today as we share a few tips, few biblical examples, like I normally go to the good book, few real life scenarios, timeless wisdoms and strategies that can help you cultivate that lasting connections, because it is all about networks. Someone said your network is really equal to your networks. How do we build connections, friendships that last? In this world that moves at the speed of light, at a fast pace, how do you build lasting relationships? This requires solid foundations. So I want us to go and start looking at this in the good books. And I take you to the story of Ruth and Naomi. When you look at the story, you begin to see a story of Naomi who, because of situations in her hometown, she leaves her hometown together with her husband and her two sons and travels to a foreign nation. And what happens in the foreign nation? These sons of hers get married, connect and get married to locals and continue to stay together, and now they have a relationship. And as life will have it, her husband dies. These boys or these sons of her, now men, die and leave her with these two widows. What do you do with these widows? And these ladies have built relationships with Naomi and the family, and it gets to a point where Naomi is like, I need to go back home. And these ladies say, we'll go with you, your mother-in-law. And she's like, no, your husband's died. And you can see I'm a widow. Even if I were to get married today and give birth to sons, are you going to wait for these boys to grow up and marry you? Please, this relationship has died between us. And she tries to persuade them. And one of the ladies, Opa, says, okay, thank you, I get you. Let me go home. Really, this relationship is over. And that happens. People break relationships because circumstances, life happens, and that is pretty okay. But this root of a lady goes the extra mile, and she tells her, please, don't persuade me to leave you. Don't persuade me to leave you. Where I go, where you go, I'll go. Where you stay, I'll stay. Where you die, I'll die. Where you be buried, I'll be buried. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God. What a persuasive young lady in a relationship with a mother-in-law that has no son for her to get married to, but the bond was so strong. This relationship was so strong. It went beyond a marital relationship to a son, to a relationship with Naomi, that not circumstances, not that of the husband she got married to could stop that. And that is what we are talking about. Genuine connection, that even when life happens, you still stay connected. So, and you will say, oh, this is in Bible days. Is it possible to create this kind of relationships today? Yes. Many people in our community, in our listener community, have been sharing stories of navigating challenges and making friendship work in this fast-paced world. Everyone is busy, everyone has work pressures, family pressures, all kinds of pressures. How do you nurture and maintain meaningful connections? And one of our community members, Emily, was sharing with us how she really goes out of her way to schedule times with her friends, schedule time for going out, checking on her friends, genuinely connecting and genuinely maintaining the relationship. And despite her hectic life of leaving home early morning, coming back late night, but in all that, she still tries to do what? Schedule time for friendship, time for quick calls, time for quick chat, times for hanging out, coffees and all that with her friends, times for genuinely caring for our friends and checking on them. How are you doing? How is life treating you? What can I do to assist you? And being there for your friends. And that is really what friendship is all about. So when we look at the world we live in, a world where chaos seems to reign, nurturing relationships becomes what? An art. So I'll put this to you. How do you go around nurturing your relationship? Let's go back to the good books, and I'll take you to Proverbs chapter 17, and in verse 17 it says, "A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity." A friend loves at all times. A friend is that person that you would go to when you have messed up, that person that you will trust when you are about to make important decisions in life, and you speak to them, get them criticize you, get them really help you move to the next level. They will love you whether you messed up, whether you are in chaos, whether your life is up or your life is down. They will stick by you. That is a friend. And it says a brother is born for a time of adversity. So when we explore this timeless truths, then we know that in order for us to foster our friendship, build our friendship, we need to genuinely not judge people. Be there for your friend no matter the season, because we all have seasons in life, and sometimes your friendship needs to go just beyond being there to emotional ties. And when we look at relationships going beyond transactions, we know that they are emotional investments, and that is why you can cry because your friend is hurting. You can find yourself in really emotional kind of situation. You can feel a weight of your friend's problems because you are emotionally invested in that friend. And when we look at these from the biblical perspective of the relationship between David and Jonathan, I mean, these were good friends. I mean, one a son of a king, and one a son of an ordinary member of community, and these two boys just love each other, and they took their friendship to higher heights whereby no one, not even Jonathan's king of a father, could stop him from trusting and being there for his friend, protecting his friend when he realized that my friend is about to get into trouble. He was there, emotionally invested, and I mean, they committed to each other and say, I'll be there for you, I'll be there for your children, I will never hurt you, I will make sure that our friendship goes beyond generations. And when you continue to read the good book, you would actually see that these guys emotional investments in each other went beyond their generation to their children. And even when adversity sets in, they are able to understand each other. They are able to be connected to each other and build these lasting relations. And that's the same for us. The question is, To what extent are you willing to be emotionally invested in your friends? To what extent are you willing to be connected, spend time, do that investment? How do you sustain relationships from connecting, from building, investing the time in building the connection, investing the time in building, dealing with ups and downs that happen in friendship relationships? It's important to actually equip yourself with these strategies that can help you sustain your relations in this fast-paced world. You need to do what? Number one, once you have built the connection, you need to intentionally communicate. You need to intentionally communicate to create what? Shared experiences. I have my close friends that I speak to every day, as multiple times a day. You could check what's going on in my life by checking sometimes with some of my friends, and that is just the way it is, because you make up your mind and say, I'm going to communicate with this person. I'm going to build shared experiences with this person. If I'm going through something, I want this friend to know. If I am going through some excitement, I want this friend to know. And the same with a friend would begin to share with you. So these kind of practical steps to connect, make time for your friends, intentionally connect with your friends, would help you be emotionally invested in your friendship. Refuse to judge your friends, and be trustable. You should be trustable, trustworthy, and trust your friends. And this will help you do what? Navigate the challenges of really building lasting relations in this fast-paced world that we are in today, and fostering your enduring connection. So what an accelerating exploration that we have really been dealing with today. We've journeyed through the intricacies of building lasting relationships in a world that moves at a very fast pace. From the enduring bond between Ruth and Naomi, to the emotional connection between David and Jonathan, and looking at our daily relations with our friends, we've uncovered timeless wisdom that resonates in our fast-paced lives. How do we connect? How do we intentionally communicate? How do we build shared memories? How do we become trustworthy? How do we be emotionally invested in our friends? So as we begin to wrap up this episode, I want to leave you with a spark, as I normally do, that will kindle the lasting connection of your life with your friends. So picture relationships not as a fleeting moment, but as threads that wave the beauty of our existence. The beauty of our existence. We've heard stories shared, the resilience in building relations, connecting, even in the midst of this hectic world that we now live in. So let me share a quote with you from the book of Ecclesiastes. Solomon, the good writer, the guy with great wisdom, wrote in Ecclesiastes chapter 4, and from verse 9 he says, 2 are better than one, because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. So your relationships are not just companions, they are pillars of support, offering strength in times of need. We all will have a time when we are down. Sometimes we will want a shoulder to cry on. Sometimes we want someone just to emotionally burst out on and just share how we feel. And that person is our friend. Remember Proverbs said, what? Friends love all the time, a friend that will just hold you and hug you and not judge you, even when you mess up. So as we bid farewell to this episode, dear community of Arise and Shine, I encourage you to share your stories of building lasting connections, the emotional ties that have shaped your journey, the strategies that have fortified your relationships. Subscribe, stay connected to this community. Let's continue to arise and shine together. Until next time, may your relationships be enduring, your connections be meaningful, and may you continue to rise above the speed of life. Keep shining, beloved souls.